Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance, where last time we finally escaped from the monastery, although we now still look a little bit out of place in just our monk's robes out here in the outer world. Off camera I managed to steal some items from this pub and I sold it to the alehouse maid.
A monk's got no business out here.
And now I'm going to use that money to purchase a room. I need a place to sleep, if they allow me to
Have you got a bed for the night?
Aye, there's room here. For how long?
Just the one night. I've got very few grotions to make this happen.
Sure, but let's see your coin first. These are harsh times.
And yeah, I have the 2 gold required. Or the 2 groschen required.
Like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
And then, hopefully, we should be able to recover our stuff. It's also turning night time. It's a perfect time for us to go to bed here and not have Henry be unnecessarily tired. If I go to the chest over here, all my stuff is here. Excellent, although we're horrendously overweight. Or over-encumbered, I should really say. Let's put on all our gear again. We don't need this monk's habit anymore, so we'll take that off. And we'll just put everything back on that we can anyway. We may as well drop some stuff that is completely out of quality, although I suppose we could eventually sell that, so it might be something to consider. Put the male coif on. I could sell the monks, rather thing, I suppose. We are so over encumbered. What is causing all this problem? I wonder if it's something to do with... yeah, it's that armour. Possibly also some other things we picked up en route. But we have to find a way to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't need needle. Right, let's put some stuff back in here. Now that we've actually got our stuff, we can move stuff back in that we don't need. For example, you can go in. Stuff that we're not wearing, like you can go in. We'll have to unequip that though. Let's just unequip that quickly. And also these boots we can probably unequip as well. Although they're not particularly heavy. Unequip that. Unequip this. Right. We just need to get some more space somehow. Right, let's just go to all and drop whatever we need to that's unnecessarily heavy, and we can sell these at a later stage, I would think. I think this, I've also picked up a lot of wine, which is also causing this to be quite heavy and stuff like that. So for the moment I don't need it. This can just be, well, I suppose we'll move it in there, but we can't do anything with this food because the quality is pretty poor. But we're now, all this food is very poor because we were stuck in a monastery for a while. That's given us some space to work with, which is good. So we can sleep and save now. And we've got all our gear back. Excellent. Let's sleep till morning. And we no longer need to do our monastic tasks, which I find very, very happy. Or I'm very happy about, I should say. Well, I really enjoyed that monastery quest. I don't think I didn't want to be stuck doing that forever, perhaps. So very chuffed to be making good progress in not only that quest, but the main storyline. I can't remember what I needed to do next. We'll need to have a look at that in a second. But I'm glad we've also managed to get our gear back without too much issue. That's very useful indeed. And game saved. And let's also make sure we've got our bow and arrows equipped. So, villager's U-bow. We have a lot of arrows that we could probably get rid of because they're also probably giving us some weight. Not much. Some. We'll equip those better hunting arrows for now because we've got 30 of them. Out we go. We don't appear to be hungry, so I don't think we need to do that. What do we need to do now? Go to the agreed place in the swamp by Sasau. It leads us to the bandit encampment. I feel like we're not really set up for that though, in terms of armour. But let's try it, I guess. Hello there, Pebbles. This might be a question where we just run around on a horse and shoot them like a coward, because that's often the easiest way to do this thing. Let's check the map. Is there a general area we need to be going? Up past the monastery. Oh, it's a little bit of a strange location over there. It's on this side of the river. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into Sasau via that bridge, and then we'll loop round. Hopefully we don't need to do any fighting, because we should now be part of the bandits group that we've been trying to be part of for quite some time. But only one way to find out. Let's go find out. We definitely could do with a bit more armour overall, but I suppose also one thing to consider is that more armour means more weight, and generally makes me a lot slower. So that's one thing I've got to think about as well. Let's turn left here because I know the bandit camp is, or where I'm supposed to be going is by the river. So it's going to be down here somewhere. In the swamps. Oh, we've gone too far. I think I can see it over there. Maybe we bring our horse just for a quick getaway. We may well need it, although I imagine he won't do particularly well in the swamp. We'll leave him here. We'll hopefully be able to not be shot or killed in the process of doing this. But I imagine he's going to struggle to get through these reeds particularly quickly. I'm concerned that I'm not really cut out for this.
Like the place they were talking about.
Okay, we're here. Light a fire as a signal to the bandits. Ah, here, fine. Let's light the fire. I hope it hasn't turned to night time straight away, though. And Henry goes for a little bit of a nap while we wait. We're not very far away from the monastery, admittedly. Feels like we could be further away, in all honesty. But let's see what the bandits have to say.
Morning, sunshine. Hope we didn't wake you.
Kurva! Did you have to sneak up on me like thieves?
We are thieves. Besides, we had to make sure you weren't followed, or trying to lead us into a trap. But enough of this chit-chat. Let's get down to business.
So we should be probably quite careful
trouble
with how we speak here.
Question is, was it the right sort? Did you do that job we agreed?
Do you think I'd be sitting here if I didn't do it?
How should I know? The world's full of idiots.
It's done.
You've got proof?
I have this die.
He had this on him.
Aye. That says alright. What did you do with the body?
I left it there.
I left it where it was. What else could I do?
So, they lose a monk and find a corpse. How long do you reckon it'll take them to put two and two together?
Well, it's not like I was planning to make a career in Rome.
Fair enough. Soon it won't matter anyway.
What now?
What now? You did your job. Welcome. We need people like you.
But what do you need people like me to do?
I'm just a crimp. All I do is recruit. Now you get to go to our camp and find out everything you need to know.
Where?
Are you seriously telling me you didn't notice the camp? Not too observant, are you? Well, there's a hill above Sasau, and on top there's an old abandoned fort. Only it's not as abandoned as it used to be. That's where the camp is. Go there and report to a fellow by the name of Eric. Tell him Kozliak sent you.
And they'll let me in just like that?
Good point. I almost forgot. At the gate, show them the special dye you took off Pius. That's our sign.
That's all?
That's all. You'll learn everything you need to know at Vranik. And hurry up. I've got a feeling there's something being planned.
I feel like we could have just, used that dice ourselves, but then again, we didn't know that would be the case, did we? So it looks like we need to support Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush over Rate. It's probably best we do that first before anything else goes wrong. So let's head over to the Rate upper gate. If we encounter a normal route, we might have a bit of a scrap depending on who they are. And then we'll pop back to Sasau and go report to this fellow. But I'll be intrigued to see what Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush have to say. Especially as that was a pretty complicated quest. It'd be nice of them to give me some congratulations. And some form of reward too would certainly be appreciated. Looks like we didn't encounter anything bad, but then again I suppose it is daytime. Where at night time I imagine it might be a little bit tougher. Here we go. I'm struggling to see what is coming next, but I suppose that's the beauty of these kind of games. Plenty of twists and turns, and Kingdom Come Deliverance is very story based, so that would make sense. Hello there, doggy. I can't remember, can we pet the dogs in this game? Sir? I can't pet you, that's annoying. Right, speak to Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig. Hello there, sir. You look pretty fancy. Now, where is Hanush and Radzig likely to be? Maybe they're upstairs? Hello there, Captain Bernard. Can we please move out of the way? I think you're usually in here, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Sir, I have news, and I'm sorry to say it's nothing good.
After everything that's happened, you have even worse news. That's almost impressive.
I'm afraid so. It's going to happen again, and on an even bigger scale.
You're full of good cheer, aren't you? What exactly will happen?
It seems the Pribyslavitz encampment was just the start, and they're far from defeated.
How did you find out?
I found a recruiting agent who works for them, and let him recruit me.
Ah, God's holy hat. You never cease to surprise me, lad.
And what did you find out?
They have another much bigger encampment in Vranik near to Sasau.
What do those bastards want? And who the hell are they?
To hurt us? Conquer the region? I'm not sure yet, but I can find out.
How?
I'm one of them now. I have their secret sign. I know where their camp is. All I have to do is go and take a look.
That's out of the question. It's too risky.
Sire, compared to everything I went through to get this, it will be child's play. I already passed their test. They trust me.
Then we'll have to attack them before things get out of hand. Ideally right now when they're not expecting us. Once we catch that mangy little shit, we can ask him nicely what he wants. But then again, before we attack, it would be useful to have a spy go and scout out how many of them there are and what they're up to.
I don't want you to take any unnecessary risks.
It's much less risky than our raid on Pribyslavitz.
All right then, Hal. Go there and find out how many of them there are, and what their plans are, whatever you can. But don't stick your neck out too far.
Yes, sir.
Godspeed, lad.
Okay, we can do that. That's not a problem. Well, I suspect it may not be as easy as just turning up and reporting for duty. In some ways, I think it might be a lot more tough than that. Question is, do we want to go back there at night time, or do we want to wait till the day? That'll be a terrible idea. So let's go to the Ratte Mill. We'll sleep there overnight, and then in the morning we can go back over to Sasau and see what's going on. See if Teresa has anything to say to us. We haven't spoken to our girlfriend in quite some time. I imagine she's not going to be very thrilled with us. Hello there, Bernard. What happened to your hat? Oh, there it is.
Hey, lad. You're all we need.
Hey, Teresa.
Henry, I'm so glad to see you.
About me and you.
About that evening.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't, and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
What do you want?
How do you see things?
Me? Well, when you're not behaving like a total nincompoop. I kind of like being with you.
I behave like a nincompoop.
Yes, like now answering a question with another question. How do you see it with us, Henry? If I really must say it, I like you very much. And you saved my life in Skalitz.
And you saved mine. So we're even.
We'll be together.
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you. Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but... I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Can you repair my clothes? Would you like to go somewhere?
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to.
Well, this passes some time, so why not? Am I going to need to censor this?
Here by the water. But how come you've been so quiet the whole time? What's on your mind?
You are. Food, nothing. You are.
You're on my mind.
Oh? In what way?
Well, you know. How pretty you look in that.
Ah. You think I look pretty, do you?
Yeah. Especially when you laugh.
I was afraid you'd say especially when you've no clothes on.
I'm sure that too.
Well, now that you mention it.
Come here, you charmer.
I'm going to need the censoring, aren't I? No, I may not. maybe I was spared actually having to watch it.
Alrighty. See you another time then.
Thanks, Teresa. You gave me a buff. I can't remember what that buff is. Something about sex, I imagine. Oh, just smitten. What does it mean? After spending time with your beloved, charisma is temporarily increased by 3. That's good to know. Now I'm just going to stand like a lunatic outside her door for 5 hours until it's time to go to bed. Then we will go to sleep and we'll head over to the bandit encampment in the morning. I'm actually going to try properly follow Henry's routine for once, instead of just travelling during the night time and sleeping during the daytime, because it's obviously a lot more dangerous to do so at night. So I think that makes sense to do. Hopefully they've got a stew pot nearby. Okay. So it seems to me that that charisma buff lasts for about a day. Let's sleep and save till the morning. We can leave early, kind of daybreak. That's not a problem. We will need to pick up some food somewhere. All of our other food is not very fit for consumption, to be honest. That's okay. We can find a stew pot or something like that en route, or we can just go to a trader. We have got all our groschen back now, so, or groschen, I should say. So we should be able to use that to purchase some food, should we need it. And thankfully, we should still have a lot of the day when we get to where we need to go. Hopefully there's some food here. There is. It's my food now. I've eaten from the pot. And we can head on our merry old way. Thank you, Teresa, for the time together and the chat. Let us head over to Sasau. The only reason I fast travel in this game is because after getting lost and I send pebbles into a river or into a forest, and it doesn't do very well for him, so sometimes it's just better to travel as normal. And then we need to go to the camp. I'm a little concerned that things aren't going to be as easy as perhaps intended, but I'm sure we will find out one way or another. But we're hopefully only going to do a bit of scouting, not any actual combat. Because honestly, I think that's where I actually have the least enjoyment in this game. Just because I find it a little tough to get to grips with, and I'm just not very good at it. And just the way the camera angle moves, I sometimes find a little disorientating. But that's okay. Let us speak to the sausage lady.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Sausages. Or just food in general. Dried meat will do. Oh, goodness me, that's quite expensive. I'm definitely going to be haggling that.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
Problems with stomach ulcers?
That's a lot of groschen to pay. We're going to offer 32.
Since it's you.
That's a poor offer.
It is a poor offer, but you're charging an extortionate amount. Oh, she's already quite annoyed. 35?
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Fine. It also gets us some additional reputation, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, how do I get down here? Go to Vranik. Oh, Vranik? And find out their plans. So we summer up that hill. The question is, how on earth do I get up there?
Yeah.
Must be a way up there. I couldn't tell you what it is. Let's follow this path. I reckon there might be a path through there. Well, there might be a path through here, actually. There's some kind of path up here. Let's follow this path. See where it takes us. Does this go into the woods? I think it might. Well, it kind of went into the woods, so let's just try to keep climbing. There must be a more sensible route up here than just scurrying our way up the hillside. I'm guessing Henry can't manage it either. I guess there might be a way round over here. I don't see a particularly good way over here, so we might need to actually go back to the Rattay Mill, which is where we were at before, which feels ridiculous, but we're going to go back that way. Hopefully we can then find our way over there. I shouldn't have travelled all this way, but oh well. Benefit of hindsight and all that. Pilgrim, I'm just going to avoid. We don't need to spend our time with a man of God at the moment, I don't think. I mean, maybe Henry does after his time with Teresa, but you know, who am I to judge? Right, here we are. It's remarkable how much quicker this bit loads than kind of the main area. I guess it's due to the amount of kind of people in the area. Right, which way are we going? We're going this way. Pebbles, thank you. Oh, hang on. Let's go across the bridge properly, please. Let's not be silly. Just need to work out how to do that again. There we go. It's over this way. Across the bridge, and hopefully this path leads us to where we need to go, and I think it probably will. I don't think we've explored this way very much. And so that's probably why it wasn't showing up as a good option on the map. But this looks like potential progress, so we'll head this way and see what we can find. I do just enjoy riding through the trees and woods. Hi there, fellas. Is this the camp that they're on about?
I could do with a bite to eat.
No, not at the moment, Henry. How do I get to this place? Well, we can't get across that river. If we go back the way we came, well, I know the bandits are supposed to be hiding, but they certainly haven't made it easy to find, that's for sure. We'll cross over this river, and then we'll try go on the next landmass across and see if that works in our favour. Kind of looping around here, I think that would be wise. Let's just make sure that we know where we're going. I must say, as pretty as this river is, it has proved rather frustrating on a number of occasions to cross. That's alright. These things happen. We will eat some of our dried meat when the time comes. I feel this isn't really a proper bridge. Well, certainly that bit isn't a proper bridge. But I'm sure we can find a proper bridge if Pebbles will cooperate. This bit is a proper bridge, though, which is good. And we'll just take the next available left. I'll just have a little bite to eat if I can. Should satiate at least some of our hunger. Right. let's try to get to the camp, shall we? And because it's not like a main location, we can't really just travel to it. We actually have to ride there, which is not a problem. Because I think one of this game's strengths is just riding around and taking the world in. There's no path here. But I think we can rejoin the path later on. That's not a problem. I will just mark it, however, just so I know roughly where to rejoin the road. I don't mind going through the open fields, so that's not a huge problem because there's not too much obstruction to get there. And here we are, back on the path. Hello, fellas. Who are you? I don't think you're you're not angry. Fine. You don't look angry. That's okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep on going. Aha. Fennec Furnace. How many are there? Oh, it's just one of you. If it's just one of you, I'll take you on. That's fine. Oh, where's my weapon? For some reason, I don't have my axe equipped or my shield equipped. Right, let's do this properly, shall we? I think you made a mistake here, buddy.
Get him! Don't see him!
This is a good way just to get our experience up a little bit. You surrender? You better. Pay to be
I'll
released.
let you go, but it'll cost you.
What's to be done?
13 groshens, barely worth it. Still, we had our sparring match. You be on your way, sir. You're probably part of that bandit camp I'm trying to get to. That's okay. I'm guessing the bandit camp will be by the road, even though that feels a little bit silly and not very conspicuous. I still think it's going to be where you are. There's a remarkable amount of wayfarers for the amount of bandits that are likely in this forest. But at least we know we're in the right area. What's going on here? Keep our mount nearby. The dead man with a dead horse. That doesn't really feel like an accident. I feel like he's dead. Ooh, Spiked Warhammer. That sounds fun. Take the arrow as well. Ooh, pretty gruesome horse there. I just want to have a look at this Spiked Warhammer. Is it better than our current weapon? It is. So I'm just going to drop this Bardiche, I think. Actually, we don't need to drop it at the moment, but we will replace it with our... We'll replace it. We may not have the stats for it at the moment. Minimum strength of 8. We have strength of 7. Okay, we'll switch back to the Bardiche for now. It's good to know that the it's good to know that that's there for us for sure. Right, let's mount up again. But that's a pretty good find out here. Let's just cut across this path. There's lots of accidents and concerns over here, that's for sure. Right, I think we're heading roughly in the right direction. So I guess we follow this path to our left. I think that would make a bit more sense. And kind of work our way into the woods. And then I guess cut in at the right moment. Certainly a bit off the beaten track, a little bit hidden. Hopefully we can find a way to loop around and get to where we need to be. Go down this side path here. Doesn't feel anywhere as nearly well trodden as the other path. But I think we are getting closer to where we need to be, which is good. Discovered a nest, that's fine. I thought it was something more interesting. We have discovered all locations on the map. I'm guessing that means fast travel points. Yeah, Vranik, fine. Well, at least we have a fast travel point here now. That could be it, absolutely. Vranich, I think they kind of called it. Let's get off our horse. Let's try not to appear too kind of aggressive here. And go on foot if we can. And if Vranich can bought some quests, that's fine. We will maybe just then save here. Just as a precaution. In case something goes wrong or the game crashes. Reach new level in Vitality. Into Vranich we go. Vranich. Something along those lines.
What do you want?
Let me inside.
I want to go inside.
Inside, eh? What's the password then?
Let's show the
Take me
special
in for a
dice.
game.
Show me that. Aye. Alright. Welcome to Vranik, comrade.
Thank you for your kind welcome,
Vra-
comrade.
Vranich, not Vranich.
Eric, you should be in the house, at the top.
That was easy.
Okay. So this is their fort. This is going to be... If we're assaulting this place, this might be a bit tougher. Hello there, bandit. Let's just have a look at this quick look. So scout out the camp and the enemy forces. We can do that for sure. They look pretty tough. Can I talk to any of the bandits? I wonder if they have anything to say.
Have you heard
There's
anything
something
about
up.
what we'll be doing next?
Of course. Early tomorrow morning, there'll be a big sortie. Everyone around here knows that.
Hey, I'm new here.
What's going
Can you
on?
tell me what's going on?
Just what it looks like. Boozing. What else is there to do? Some stupid fuckers trained to keep up their fighting form, but why bother? With this kind of force, we'll go through any opposition like a knife through butter.
Fine. Let's speak to Eric first. I don't know if that's something we can do. This is going to be a big assault though, that's for sure. How do we get up there? I'm guessing it's somewhere around to the left. I don't think I can call pebbles inside here, so
Not only strong out.
just gonna have to go on foot.
Too. This isn't good news.
You think?
This must be where the commanders are.
Gentlemen, sorry to interrupt your sleep. There's the bandit. This feels like a very abandoned house. This one looks a bit more important though, so let's have a look. Hello there, Eric.
What do you want?
Speak to you.
Kozlik sent me.
Ah, more reinforcements. You're the one from the monastery.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
So you really killed that turncoat?
Yes, sir.
Well done. I heard about you, and quite honestly, I didn't think you'd succeed. So can you handle a sword?
Yes, I know.
Yes, I
what to
know
do.
how to use a sword.
Well, I think it's best if we put you to the test. Go to our combat master, Vanyek.
He'll soon find out what you're made of. Just go downhill, as far as the stockade. His tent is right next to the training arena.
All right, sir.
Why must we do fighting? Fighting doesn't normally go very well for me. In this game, especially. But oh well, let's go have a crack at it, I suppose. Hopefully we don't die in the process. Hopefully they just give us, wooden swords or something like that. This doesn't really feel like the place for wooden swords. That is true. Hello there, gentlemen. What's up? That's useful information, actually. Don't mind me, gents. I'm just, inspecting the walls for reasons. I'm sure there's no ulterior motive here at all. Hello. You're sitting very casually, sir. Right, I'm guessing you are looking around the tree. Vanyak, hello there.
Hi, that's me. What do you want?
I'm Henry. Eric said you'd try me out to see how good I am with the sword.
Ah, another greenhorn. Nice to see Kozlik's doing his job. Mind you, most of the peasants he sends me couldn't fight a pile of manure with a pitchfork. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? You look familiar.
I'm gonna get soaked. What else is there to do?
Oh, crap.
Yes, you taught me
We know
sword
each other from
fighting in
Scallops.
Wait now. Yes, I do remember. We met at the alehouse. Well, I'm glad you made it out alive. I took to my heels before it even started. All right, let's see what you're good for. Have you got a weapon? If not, you can borrow one over there. Now, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's see what you're made of.
Oh, why do we have to fight?
Where are you going? This is where we fight.
I'm not going anywhere. Oh goodness, you're gonna hurt, aren't you? This guy's a combat master. You want me to fight him? That didn't go very well, did it?
You didn't put up much of a show. Eric won't be too pleased. Oh well. At least he'll have another dung grubber to clean up the horse shit. Or maybe he'll stick you in a catapult and fire you back where you came from.
Oh well. At least they give us our health back. That's pretty good. Let's.
Look pretty impressive. These fellows aren't paupers, that's for sure.
Tense fucking camp.
We'll head back to Eric, but I'm just going to have a little eat from their stew pot. I'm sure they won't mind. The bandits, after all, sharing is caring. I feel like they didn't give us much chance for a fight there. It's pretty much over by the time it had begun. Ooh, nice horse. Why is there a cutscene? The fact there's a cutscene really worries me.
Sir, may I...
What is it?
I went to
Oh,
the
it's
fight
him.
master as you ordered, and I...
What's the matter?
This was
Lost
his
your
face from the
tongue?
beginning.
I think I know what's troubling the young master. He's surprised to see me here. And the feeling's mutual. When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
Radzig?
Indeed. This boy is very dear to him. And I expect he's looking for this? Am I right,
The
young
sword.
You bastard.
He's coming round.
I apologize for the discomfort, but it's for your own safety. And ours, of course. You can count yourself lucky, lad. I'm gonna keep you alive. I'm sure your father will pay a nice fat ransom for you.
My father's dead. That lucky
Is he,
God
though?
wouldn't even let me bury him.
He doesn't know, Eric. Nobody told him. They told me, a foreigner, but not him. How very inconsiderate. I'm sure you'd rather hear it under different circumstances and from someone else, boy. But beggars can't be choosers. Your father, your real father, is alive.
Mr. Radzik?
You even know him. It's your liege lord, Radzik Kobela. Although, how much can he really?
Didn't really surprise anyone there, but you know,
Here
it's
you
good to
are,
know.
a homeless orphan, and he still hasn't acknowledged you. Your parents are both dead, aren't they? I thought so. And yet, Radzik still hasn't told you the truth. Could it be that he's ashamed of you? I wonder if you'll want to pay that ransom after all. Well, best not think about that. If your father won't pay your ransom, you have no value to me.
My father's dead.
I understand why you feel that way. My own childhood was not dissimilar. How strange that we should have something in common. But I've delayed long enough. Now it's time for you to tell me why you came here.
I was looking for my father's sword, which was stolen by a certain bastard.
And I found it. But I wonder which father you mean. In a way, it belongs to both.
Doesn't matter who it belongs to. I'm gonna kill you with it.
You're hardly in a position to threaten me. But now I think of it, why not? When your father, your real father, pays, I'll give you an opportunity to try.
I think that's very generous of you.
Isn't it?
Radzik will crush you, and I'll be there to see it.
I very much doubt it. You spied on our camp. You must realize that your father hasn't a fraction of the forces I've gathered. And now, with the king in captivity, there's no one to levy troops to come to your aid. Even united with Hanush and Divish, your father couldn't raise more men than I have. The only force in this country capable of defeating me is Sigismund's. And he pays me. When he wins, I win. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything. So meet the new lord of the realm.
A man like you will never rule here.
Have you never heard of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, or Sahinek the Dry Devil? They fought for your king and plundered the estates of the lords in Austria, just as I'm doing here. Like they say, the stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Sir, it's time.
Now, I'm afraid I have more important business to attend to. I'll leave Udo here to keep you company. And let's hope for both our sakes that your father pays up. Farewell.
Rot in hell!
Knock some manners into him, Udo. Come on, Eric, let's go. We've got work to do.
Not sure how we're getting out of this one.
Henry, wake up. Can you hear me? Jesus, that brutally worked you over. Here. Try to drink. I thought you'd never come round.
How do you know my name?
Don't you recognize me?
Zbyszek. You fucking traitor. You throw me to those bastards and then look me in the eye like nothing happened.
Shh! Be quiet. Maybe we started off on the wrong foot. But I'm your only chance to get out of here alive. So do you want my help or not?
What do you want?
I want to get you out of here. But if you'd rather, I can leave you to rot and get the shit kicked out of you by Ishtvan's bruiser.
Right, why do you want to help me?
Of all people want to get me out of here.
I've got my reasons. If not for the good of my soul, then for the good of my purse. It'll cost you a few groschen, and that's all you need to worry about. You shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Shouldn't I? Even when it comes from a treacherous bastard who set his cutthroat friends on me when I was trying to bury my parents.
I won't deny we didn't get off to a very good start. But this is a chance to start over and let bygones be bygones.
So what exactly are your
Why do you really want to tell me?
Nothing you need to care about. Let's just say it's a personal matter.
I don't believe you need to tell me the truth.
You're right.
No, that's...
I don't care as long as you do what you
Oh,
say.
I clicked the wrong thing.
How do you propose to
what's
do
your
it?
plan?
Finally, we're getting somewhere. I know a way you can get out of the fortress without anyone seeing you. I'll untie you, and you'll have to make your own way there. It shouldn't be hard at this time of night. I'll wait for you outside. Afterwards, you'll tell your noble father I helped you so they don't hang me. And naturally, you'll pay me something for the risk I'm taking.
Risk? Sounds riskier for me than for you.
Not really. What are they going to do with you if they catch you? They want to ransom you, so the worst they'll do is lock you up again. But me, who was supposed to be guarding you and let you escape? Nobody's going to pay no ransom for me, friend.
What about my
What
possessions?
about my stuff?
Eric has your things. It would be suicide to try and get to them. Forget them.
Oh, wonderful. So I'm supposed to make a run for it like this?
It'd be better if you wore something to blend in, it's true. But I can't go and get you anything. I'm supposed to be guarding you. So if I leave my post, I'll have to avoid the others just the same as you.
All right then.
Let's go then.
Untie me.
That's what I want to hear. But first, swear you'll tell Sir Ratsig I helped you. And that you'll pay me too.
You have my word. What's the plan?
All right, I'll have to trust you're a man of honor. Now listen, I found a place where you can easily get out. Down in the camp on the slope above Sasau, there's a place where they throw the waste over the wall. The pile of shit reaches almost to the top of the stockade. All we have to do is jump over and we'll have a soft landing. Then we're free.
Free and covered in shit. So that's all?
Well, first, we both have to get there. We can't let anyone see either of us. I'm supposed to be guarding you and you're... Well, I'm supposed to be guarding you. So we have to keep to the shadows and stay away from prying eyes. I'll go first. There shouldn't be anyone outside in front of the barn. When you're out, go left along by the wall. There are cliffs everywhere, so try not to get yourself killed. I'll wait for you not far from the camp, by the dead tree between the path and the brook. Good luck.
Okay, that's quite a lot to take in. I think trying to get back our equipment is not a reasonable thing for us to try to do, so I think we're just going to have to escape and we'll maybe try come back and get this stuff later, especially with the state of our health. But we'll leave things there for now. Thank you so much for watching. We learned a lot this episode. For now, take care. Bye-bye.